dear Lord above, is this exactly what I'm looking for right now? I don't want something deeper. I don't want a hidden message. I don't want didacticism. I want some mayhem and a happy ending. So, in this show, the Dromios are continually under threat of mayhem. In most shows, we're trying to find a way to keep the night as short as possible so as to beat sundown. And this version of Comedy of Errors is short enough that we can add some mayhem where we find mayhem. So we're trying to find a way to add mayhem to everything. And according to the rules of the show, mayhem on the Dromios is basically mayhem-free parking. We're allowed to add mayhem on the Dromios at any time. So the Dromios are just always sort of watching for that glint in our eye as we're looking for a way to trip them or hit them or spin them or bonk them or, whatever, because it could happen at any moment. So I think for folks who are big fans of other Shakespearean comedies, you are going to find the mistaken identity, you're going to find the mayhem, you're going to find an unnecessary number of puns. And you're going to find something that's a lot like Two Gentlemen of Verona, and I think you'll recognize some of these relationships from other shows. So I think the best thing about the amphitheater is that despite the name, it's an incredibly intimate venue. In most of the theaters in Madison, you're 10, 15 feet away from the action, and you feel like you're really in it. And there's a fear in an outdoor space that you're going to be 250 feet away and you're going to feel like you're watching a football game with verse. And in the amphitheater, you're really not. You're just as close as you are in the smaller theaters in Madison, but there's just a fantastic vista and a nice breeze. And honestly, as a player, there's very few better ways to spend a summer evening than out on the hillside doing a show. And I've got to say, my favorite thing about being outside is that I can be as loud as I want, and it doesn't hurt anyone. So I think the best thing about being a twin is really trying to catch another performer in the smaller things they're doing. We're not going out of our way to try and match one another or mimic one another, but trying to find those little turns or little catches of phrase or little ways that my twin pitches up at the end of a sentence so that we can find sort of the Superman's glasses for the other folks in the scene is incredibly fun. I think the thing that sets Comedy of Errors apart from other Shakespeare comedies is that most of the comedies are situation comedies, and the situations are terribly important to the actual play. And in Comedy of Errors, the situation only exists to create the comedy. It is just about the mayhem, and everything else is completely secondary. If you've forgotten a character, that's fine. We'll explain it again later.